Oh, thanks for making it live today.
That's right. It's nice to see you.
Yeah. Always see your post on LinkedIn, and I think we've been connected. If my memory serves me correctly, it was around the time when pandemic started, through Scott. Yeah.
Yes, that's it. I've gotten it through Scott. Yes. No, it's nice. It's nice to meet people sort of face to face rather than little profile pictures as well.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So, have you checked out today's content by any chance yet?
I have actually. I've literally just watched it. So I've just watched you in your park, which looks very nice. And I was thinking to myself, I was impressed with the oak trees. And thinking it was good that you identified what type of oak trees, because sometimes I just go, oh, it's an oak. And then there's so many different types, aren't there, that you forget. I've never heard of an Algerian. Is it Algerian oak?
Yeah, they're the Algerian ones, yeah.
Yes, no, I've never heard of that. I've heard of, we've got Turkey oaks here and English oaks, but never an Algerian oak. So yes, I liked it, and I liked how you related to what you saw, and obviously you love those trees.
Yeah, it's because the garden's been around for a long time, and even though it's small, it's in the inner city suburb, but really that's all I need. Yeah. And I think like I don't know what my life would be, honestly. I mean, it's obviously going to be hypothetical if I didn't spend time there almost every day when I can make the time. Oh, sorry, my internet is a bit frozen. Yeah, so I've expressed how important that spending time in that local garden has been to me, but frankly, really it has been, since 2014, and really seriously at the beginning of 2015. So it's in the process of me recovering from lymphoma. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And I suppose also you saying, if you haven't got a garden as well, you've got to find those places, haven't you?
Yeah, I think it was one of the points that was on my mind I wanted to touch in today's live is obviously this group is for people who are busy, stressed, and their parents. So if I want to be realistic, we don't have a lot of time, even though everybody is struggling with that, but when you have children and it's pandemic and, with your life, everything going on, we don't have a lot of time. So with that going on, I would still encourage people to go out if you have some sort of, it doesn't need to be huge. Again, I don't know, everybody's situation is different. If you have a tree outside that you particularly like, that can be really your maybe go-to places, just to really your connection point with nature. And so, and also what I also want to touch upon is when you are busy, you want to incorporate nature into your life. So things like if you're working, then, and if it's possible, you can move your desk in front of a window. So then when you take a break, then, you can, later on when you learn the nature process, you can start practicing the nature process, even when you take a 2-minute break. And also have the plants set up, right? Because sometimes it's either too hot, too cold for whatever reason, or simply, like last week, I was just trying to stay on top of my house, because if I push myself too hard last week, then maybe this week I would just get unwell, and then I will be coughing and sneezing when I'm on live. So I just decided, okay, a few days I just couldn't go out. So then I look at the pot plants, then I set up the audio at home. So just through Spotify, there's a free version that I use. So I just have it in the background. And it actually has a very amazing effect on me. And it's actually probably the first time I've ever turned it on for such a long time in the background while I'm even reading or cooking meals, because normally I just like the silence in the background, which I don't mind at all. I'm not a person who turns on the music when I work, but like it's the first time I turned the audio on for so long, just because I needed it, and I haven't gone out just because I want to make sure like this week I'm physically well for the challenge. So that's what I did. Yeah, so I think that's all about the tips in, you know, how to incorporate nature into our lives when we are busy. Yeah.
That sounds good. Sounds good. I've got some pot plants, and I've got some scented ones, so I've been smelling the leaves of those as well. And the Spotify one that you shared, it is a long continuous one, isn't it? The birdsong one. Because I was thinking maybe it's a short one, but yes, as I say, nice. I'm thought about having it on while I'm, continuously for a long time.
Yeah, I think it's a matter of the practice. It's like, okay, it worked for me, and when I attended the other facilitation sessions, when like me as being a guest, and then other facilitators had the stream and also the bird sound on, and everybody just shared their experiences afterwards. So that was from another angle, saying that there's a stream and also the bird sound, when they come together, can have a positive, profound impact on the individuals. But having said that, you still got to try it yourself. Don't take my words for it. If you like it, it's great. If you don't like it, then choose something else that works for you.
Yeah, that sounds good. Sounds good. And also, I think it's different birds, aren't there, from different areas as well. I've tried out something recently. I don't know if you've come across it. It's called Eco Nidra. So it's like the yoga nidra.
Okay.
Or Eco Nidra. And you do the relaxation part, and then you have all the
your voice is just really
which sounds like, oh sorry, must be, maybe it's my internet.
Yeah, I think it's a bit better. Yeah,
is it better? Yeah, I'll
it's okay.
as well. Now, just saying, I was surprised at which sounds that I liked on this audio, the nature sounds. Can you hear me okay? Because you've frozen.
Okay.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to open my door. You see, it's my door. Hold on.
Sure.
I don't know if it makes any difference. My Wi-Fi can sometimes play up.
That's okay. I think now it's okay. Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah, no, so I'm just saying that I've tried out sort of different sounds on this Eco Nidra, and quite liked all the water sounds, actually, that I didn't know that I'd like so much. So like the rain and the waves. The waves are good.
Yeah.
Well, it's repetitive sound, isn't it?
Yeah. I think with the NatureProcess, on the day 4, you'll come across the component, because from today is about an overview of what NatureProcess is and how it can help you. It's not just about stress, it's about any negative emotions, really. And then on the day 4, a component of the NatureProcess is called natural attractions. So what it is really about is really when you let go of all the stories or the narratives, like, whatever other people says about, or what you previously think, whatever it is, which simply doesn't feel good to you, then you let that go. And then you just do whatever works for you, right? So I'm glad that you're trying different things, like the sound, whether it's stream or waves. Like I said, if you don't like the bird sound, don't do it.
Yeah, I know.
Right? different. With the nature process, it's quite dynamic as well. So tomorrow we're going to get into the first component, which is about senses, right? And I'm not going to go into a lot of details, but then you just got to do the things that you feel right for in that moment, right? Yeah. So yeah. So I'll leave a little bit of vagueness in there because I don't want to.
No, it's fine. No.
Yeah.
Don't be a surprise for tomorrow.
Yeah. Because it's just if I get into too many details about the senses now, it sounds like I'm teaching and I'm imposing a lot of concepts onto you already, which is not my intention at all, because really the modern life, we've got a lot of concepts, we've got a lot of how do I say, what people think they should do already, but what is lacking is really listening to our own inner voice, what we like to do, what our body is telling us to do. And I think that's the true essence or the true wisdom of life, really.
Yeah, listen to your sort of intuition.
Yeah. And you can't really have strong intuition. I mean, maybe some people, they were naturally born with strong intuition, but then we all grow up, we have all these human conditioning in a way, right? So even though you have this strong intuition just constantly telling you stuff, you just like ignoring it, pushing it away, right? So if you want to cultivate the intuition or let that just grow stronger, you gotta just really let go a lot of our inner narratives and stories and our conditioning. And again, that's the power of the nature process, that we can fully go through the whole nature process. It helps you let go of layers of your narrative, and then eventually you can just really let that inner voice, inner wisdom, intuition to come through, not just by listening, but also by following it, because intuition, it doesn't make sense if you don't follow it, isn't it?
No. It's there for a reason, isn't it? And it's trying to guide you, but yes, you've got to listen to it if if you can hear it. Yeah as well. That sounds good.
Yeah. I don't know if you got anything else, but all I want to say is please do the exercises. The video from Tabitha is a teaching because she's a creator and you also, I think the distinction here is the nature process is about nature connection, but it is also different because it's a unique process to help you deepen your nature connection and also deepen your relationship with yourself, others, and the earth, so that you can improve your well-being. So that she's got that authority, so that it's not diluted. If I just go there, like, because like 10 different coaches or facilitators, we can all talk about the nature process in different ways, but then it will just end up sounding like nature connection. But nature connection can be as simple as just paying attention and being present. But all I can tell you now is the nature process is a lot more than that, right? So, and then with the videos from me, it's about really embodying my own experience with the nature process. Today is the overall experience. Then tomorrow it's going to get into this. So each day is going to be a specific topic or component of the nature process. Yeah. And of course, the most important thing is that you do the exercise. And also when you do the exercise, I think people can get into their head. And again, it's a process, and sometimes it takes time. Is that if you do the exercise, see how your experience is like each time, right?
Yes. It's every day is a new day, isn't it? You know, even if you go back to the same spot, it's changed if it's different seasons and stuff and different weather. Yes.
Definitely. Yeah. So, you know, like I quite like you said, is the same spot. It's a new day, and you'll notice different things, right? And then as you go deeper with your relationship in the natural world, then what does that experience tell you about your own inner world, right? So as you practice the nature process, you'll see more and more layers get revealed to you.
Oh, sounds good. Can I ask you, when did you first come across the nature process then? Because you said you've used it for yourself.
The very first time was actually before I was diagnosed. I don't remember the exact months, but was, I think, in the first half months of 2014. So that was the first time Tabitha perhaps launched it. And then I was diagnosed. And of course, I was following Tabitha. At that time, I'm not sure if she was using Facebook. I don't have a lot of accurate memory recollection.
No, just interested, yeah.
And then when it was 2015, and then she launched it again. So at that time, I finished my chemo, but then there was an area on my chest that was quite persistent. So I had to go through radiotherapy, and also chemo just had quite an impact on me. So it was really that timing. And if I think back, right, it's like, okay, if I finish my chemo and cancer got cleared, you know how people, like, we all got our habits and our patterns. I could just go easily back to, okay, I'll just go back to my banking job, right? Like, right? Like, I wouldn't go to do the personal development work. And, you know, all my patterns, all my stressful thinking patterns would just be there, right? And it was really until I went deeper. I think the internet is going funny again. Tomorrow I'll probably just try my phone connection instead of my own Wi-Fi. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
No, you're fine. It has dropped, but it's fine.
Okay. So it was really, and also the timing was really funny as well. So telling a bit of a story. So I finished radiotherapy was in August 2015, right? So at that time, I was going deep in the nature connection. And then my hematologist saying, because I did a scan, he said, I can't clear you, but I can't say you got cancer. So you got to wait for another 3 months and then come back. And then, right. And then I had to do another 3 months of deep work. And then in November, and then I went back for another check, and he said, you're clear.
Oh, goodness.
Right. So it's like, I mean, you could say, okay, well, it was such a tough battle, blah, blah, blah. But from the other side is like, well, cancer just couldn't leave me alone until I do the deep work, right?
Yeah, could be, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
right. So it's like that. And then
it's forcing your hand.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, you're not in control. It's it's life is in control.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but that's really interesting.
And then so I was in remission in late November, 2015. Then a year later, and then finally I was pregnant. So then yeah, and then the girls this year, they're turning 5. So yeah, Sunday.
Wow, amazing. Yeah, we obviously knew now is the right time for those things to happen.
Yeah, I mean, life does, like, it is a process, and it does take time. And And I recall the first time I came across the NatureProcess, I was in Sydney. Now I live in Melbourne. I was in banking. I wasn't very happy and I was stressed. And I came across the NatureProcess. I mean, the thing is, when I came across it, I was thinking about when I grew up, how I used to spend time with my parents and my grandparents in the gardens. That was maybe before I got into high school. And then, of course, then, study got busy. So it was really those time I spent there was, maybe you call it intuition. Like I just knew like there's power there if you spend time outside. But then at the same time, I was struggling with like, because the thing is, when you were disconnected from nature for such a long time, you go there, your mind would just constantly think about other things like work, or maybe you had an argument with somebody, like whatever, those things can distract you, right? So when I came across the NatureProcess, it gave me a process, like a structure, because when you want to do things well, and if you have a proven process, then you're more likely to succeed, right? So that's why I feel like I've got something. But on the other side is because I was so disconnected with myself. When I first tried it, like I just felt, wow, my goodness, like my mind was so busy, was so distracted. It took me like an hour to get to be able to be fully present, maybe not even that. And so so it was,
I can believe that.
So it was just that process. But I think I was glad that I didn't go, okay, well, it took me so long to get present, so this tool must not work. I didn't think about it that way. I don't, somehow I just think that I need to give it another shot, because this is nature, and also this is a process that a lot of people have tried it. So I need to give it another go. And it was really through that I need to keep going until I feel like I've got to the bottom of the things. But whenever I think I got to the bottom of my nature experience, like, wow, I just feel so good. I had such an experience, right? And then next time, okay, there's another stress experience coming, but each time when I have those negative experience or negative emotions, whatever you call it, it's like you go to nature. Nature will always reveal something like new to you that you haven't seen before. So it's through those, like negative and positive experiences, like I go deeper again with like in my own psyche. Then I go, okay, well, I'm in good hands as long as I keep going to nature and practice nature experience. Practice NatureProcess. Yeah.
Oh yes. And I suppose in the end it becomes your go-to, doesn't it, as you say? When you're going through those sorts of things.
Yeah. And also with the NatureProcess, it has 5 components, right? But really the most challenging bits are tomorrow and also Wednesday. Like those 2 components are like you can call it, they're the most fundamental components, but they're the most challenging components as well. And I'm not going to spell out all the details.
No.
Names. But yeah. And so it's like people always want to go to the more sophisticated technique or methods, or even within one technique, they want to go to the more advanced one because they look fancier. But without the building block, you can't leap, right? So you have to make sure the foundations, the building blocks, they're solid there.
No, that makes sense. I look forward to seeing how it works out.
Yeah. And I'm glad that you ordered the book, because with the book, it's really then you can always go back and refer back to it. And I think the book is, because the second edition was written in maybe 2017, even now when I read some of the forewords, is like, we're still going through this challenging time on the planet. Like, you know,
yes,
yeah, we're still going through this upheaval. So it's, it's, I think it's packed with wisdom. There are a lot of exercises, and but the most important thing is the nature process is a experiential process. So you learn, like, I think the book is written in a very simple and easy to understand language, because Tabitha has seen people just get caught up so much in their heads, and her intention is not for readers to get more caught up in their heads, but really to, okay, you've got the book, you can even take the book outside if you want to practice the nature process, right? So that you don't need to remember all the technical details, because tomorrow you'll see, you know, like there is a little bit of that in there, but you can bring the technicality with you outside. You don't need to learn to remember it, right? The important thing is to really practice and also experience it, and also see how your experience changes and also deepens.
I look forward to my book coming. It's due either today or before Wednesday, so be nice to sort of cross-reference. Wow. I like that though. I like the fact that you have to go through the experience to really get the thing out of it, because otherwise you can read these things, can't you, and you go, oh yes, you know, I'll read that and do it later, or you dip in but you don't fully do it to get the most out of it as well. So
that's why it's like, you know, sometimes you might just do the exercise yourself, but if you do the sharing, because today is quite easy, but tomorrow the exercise is going to be a little bit more complicated and there are more questions, right? So if you do the sharing, you can do a video if you want, if you think typing is just too much because tomorrow's exercise is a bit longer, then it actually makes you to reflect a bit more. And also when you share it, like you have I don't know how to say it. It's like I'm momentarily losing my word. It's like the neurons in your brain, they're reconnecting again to really deepen that experience for you. So it's all about just repeating those positive nature experiences for you, when you share. And of course, if I see it, I'll engage. If other people see it, they might engage as well. So you never know the power of your sharing.
Yes, as you say, you get it from other people, then sharing as well. You get the benefit from their experiences first as well.
And I know like you are already pretty good at sharing, but other people, they might feel, okay, sharing is not my thing, and it is a bit vulnerable, isn't it? Putting your thoughts and feelings out there, but this circle is private. So so if you want to share, and like I've been telling everybody on that video, that we don't really share things. If we want to talk about a positive story, for example, we try to keep it confidential so that we don't know it's from whoever is in the circle.
Right? No, that's fine. That's good as well. I will try and join you the other lives. I know I can't do Wednesday. It's the same time each day, isn't it? As well. So, and it might be I can join you for a short amount of time tomorrow, because
that's okay.
My person at home is has got we've got to go out by 10:30 tomorrow. So
that's okay. If you can join 5 minutes, 10 minutes, great. And if you've got questions, please leave them on the in the challenge Wi-Fi playing up again. And for example, tomorrow is about day 2. I don't limit myself to answer the day 2 questions and so on and so forth. So if there's something about a previous day, I can answer it too. So don't worry that if you can't get in the questions for that particular day before the live starts, I can always handle it the next day.
Okay, that sounds great. That sounds great as well. Oh, I have to go out. I have to go out. I have to go and find some a bit of shade, I think, in my garden as well. So
yeah. All right.
Okay. Right. I've got to go and look after my small one.
They're not so small. They're not so small now.
Not so small, nearly as tall as me, but still a responsibility.
Yeah.
As well. But
it's so good to see you, Nicollette.
yeah, and you as well. Yeah, thank you for hosting. It's perfect timing, I think, for me. It just focuses my mind. And I was saying to my husband, it's nice to be guided by someone else, actually. You do a lot sort of looking after other people, so yeah. I feel well looked after by you as well. Right, all things well. I shall see you tomorrow, and I will share in the group later.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thanks. Bye bye.